Today I wanted to show you how I protect my skin during the day, because I've talked about having a compromised skin barrier from just the kind of skin that I have, and then I feel like using the really strong forms of vitamin A therapies that I did for acne and when I was a teenager really kind of just changed my skin forever. So I now have skin that sunburns in a second, used to be more pigmented, and if I don't put a layer of something moisturizing and protective on my face, it just feels tight and dry and irritated, and it just produces more and more and more oil to try to compensate, but it's just still really dehydrated and it just feels greasy. So I got out of the shower, I pinned up my hair, I have no makeup on, I did my skin prep, I just used like this milky toner and some lip balm. So I don't have anything on my face but that right now, and I want to show you how I use, it's the Iris and Romeo Weekend Skin. It's a tinted moisturizer, but it's got SPF 50 and it's all mineral sunblock. I've tried chemical sunscreens because I've wanted to use like foundation and other tinted other tinted skin product, and what I love about this is that it acts like a primer, a moisturizer, makeup, and my sunblock all in one product, because I don't want to layer tons of stuff on. But when I put this on, it's super thick and really, really hydrating, and it corrects a little bit. You can see I've got a lot of redness and green. Well, I'm just going to show you how I put it on. So I just start here and I just kind of blend it out with my fingers. It doesn't have a smell to me, but I've heard other people think it has a smell. I have a pretty sensitive nose, and so I'm not smelling anything, and what I love about it is like I've got a lot of texture in my skin right here, like wrinkles and pores, and when I smooth this on over it, it just like hides it. It makes it go away, whereas if I just use like skin cream and then some regular makeup, it accentuates that. It accentuates that texture. It's really annoying. So you can see when you prep your skin with like something like this real hydrating milky toner, and then you just go right in with this. You don't need any other moisturizer. You don't need any other moisturizer or any serum or anything like that. This kind of acts like all of those things in one go, which I think saves you money in the end, because then you're not spending money on multiple products to achieve what you need for your skin that day. Okay, I've been a huge sunblock user like my whole life. I've always been faithfully putting sunscreen on, and that I think has helped a lot over the years. Okay, that's it. I can't really see if I did a great job or not, but that's about what we're talking about. I got a good amount covering my face. Sometimes I'll go down my neck, which you should do that every day. And I'll just kind of get this place where I'm starting to notice sagging and wrinkles. I have this Dermatology Luminous Eye Corrector SPF 41, and I use it as a concealer, but it's an SPF product. It's all mineral. SPF 41 is great, especially because this is the part of your face that sees the sun the most intensely and first, and just kind of, you know, where you, and plus my eyelids have lots of veins in them, so I kind of just, it gives me the sun protection on my lids, but also the camouflages the purple and the red of the veins in my eyelids, and then I just kind of tap that in. I'm really dark in these corners, like really dark. I've got deep set eyes. This is Bobbi Brown, another color corrector. It's not a concealer. I don't use a proper concealer. I've tried the ones by, the Ciel is a great brand that's doing mineral sunscreen in all their products, and it's really good to see. It's awesome. But I just need this right here in the corners, and the sun doesn't really. To deal with the redness around my nose, I'll go back in with the Dermatology product, because I've got redness around my nose. Most people do. It's just an area that has a lot more blood vessels. And I'll just kind of tap that in right there, and it gives more sun protection too, and just kind of evens things out. Sometimes I've got some redness around my eyebrows, you can see. I had a microbladed years ago, and that was a mistake. It kind of, the pigment in the microblading ink changed on me. I do some bronzing, which also contours and kind of shapes and gives you kind of a more lit up, healthy look. This is the Ciel bronzer sculpting stick, and I just am gonna go right here with it, because there again, there's more SPF protection in this area that sees a lot of sun. If I could see more properly, if I could see better, I would go right there and there, around kind of the end of my nose, kind of the tops of my cheekbones, because the sun's gonna see there. And then I like to go right there, and right there, just for shaping. And then I go in with their brush. This is the Ciel brush that came free when I bought that bronzer and some of their blushes. For like more SPF protection for these areas that see the sun a little bit more than other areas. Let's go with the really just chill one. This one's called Bahati. And it looks like that. And it's again another SPF product, which I love because my cheekbones are kind of out here and they see a little more sun than the rest of my face, just because the sun's going to hit there first. And then I take the other side of my Ciel brush and I just kind of tap that in. I don't want to rub around because that might disturb the sunblock underneath that is protecting everything. But this is just another layer of protection. I kind of like to go right there and right there. There's really nothing in the brush anymore, but there we are. And then as far as like, now my whole face is covered in sunscreen. Ooh, I want to do one other thing. I'll show you my powdering. I've got a powder around my eyes because I do get creasing in my, where the concealer is, the SPF concealer, it kind of will settle in if I don't give it some powder. So I'm just using an e.l.f. powder and a little brush to just kind of go in here and get that to not be as likely to crease like crazy. And then I kind of will go here with a little brush. And then I have, and I just don't like it to get like oily in my hair right here, so I'll put some powder there. And this is just the e.l.f. I like it because it's got a little bit of pigment to it, so you can, you know, since I'm not using like a proper foundation, this adds more coverage in a really sheer and natural looking way. And then it also like takes down the shine and makes the makeup last longer. So with this bronzing sculpting stick from Ciel that I use to contour up there and add some kind of healthy color, and just take my ring finger and just like use it as a little bit of a like an eyeshadow, because then that's more protection there. It looks really natural and healthy, and it takes down some of the purple and the reds again that are in my eyelids. Redness that I've got right there down a little bit without. That's how I do it. It's pretty simple. This is such a great product because it's like 5 things in one for me, and it really does like smooth out the areas where there's texture. Okay, so I'm back with mascara and lipstick and the clips out of my hair. It's still drying, but I just wanted to show you how, yeah, that's how I rebuild my skin's barrier for the day. Every day, I'm pretty faithful about it. It's also kind of feels like just, it keeps my skin happier. But there's other products you can use too. Kosas makes a mini Dream Beam SPF, it's mineral, that works as a, it doesn't give me as good of camouflaging of texture areas because it doesn't act as well as a primer. And then I want to try one by In Beauty Project, it's called. I'll have some little pictures that you can see what I'm talking about. They might work better for your skin. Still act as a great moisturizer. They're a little more lightweight. They don't act as much as like camouflage for pores and texture. They're a little thinner. That's why I've been just sticking to the Iris and Romeo for so long. Anyway, have a great day.